Hi guys, what I have for you today is the Bontrager Arvada saddle. This saddle is another eBay purchase. I've done about 500 miles on it. That's about maybe, I don't know, 700 to 800 kilometres so far. Um, and I've got some very positive things to say about it. It's actually I've been very pleasantly surprised. Um, There's actually three versions of this saddle. This is the comp version, which is the basic version. Um, it has a microfiber cover and chromoly steel rails. And according to the Trek website, Bontrager being a Trek brand, it weighs 300 grams. But as you can see on my scale, mine is weighing 253 grams. So why we have that disparity, I'm not quite sure. But I'm quite happy with the 253 grams. And these scales are working fine, so there's no issue with the scales. Now there's two other models. There's the Elite version. Now that supposedly weighs 216 grams, and that has austenite rails, which is a sort of, I tell you, a bit like titanium, a bit lighter, but they say it's stronger. And it has a more upmarket pleather cover with perforated, where you see these dots here on this saddle. On the Elite version, it's like perforations. So I would say it could well be a more breathable cover, the Elite version. And then there's the Pro version, which looks a lot like practically identical to the Elite version, except it's got carbon rails. And the Pro version weighs 169 grams. Um, Now, this version retails for £40. The Elite version is £70 approximately, and the Pro version is around the £100 mark. So it just depends how much money you've got to spend. I'm a bit of a cheapskate, so I wouldn't be spending more than £50 on a saddle. And this one I bought on eBay came off a new bike. The seller didn't wanted his preferred saddle, so I got this for the miserly sum of £10, which is just about the right price for me. And there's quite a lot before you go and spend. Go onto a website and pay the full amount for this saddle. I recommend you do have a look on eBay because Trek supply these as standard on a lot of their mountain bikes and road bikes, and accordingly, there are quite a lot taken off those bikes and are for sale on eBay. So take a look on eBay first of all. There's three widths. There's the 128mm width, there's the 138mm, and the 148mm. This is the intermediate size. This is the 138mm, and this fitted me perfectly. Even though I can normally get along quite well with a narrower saddle, this was ideal in terms of width. Now let's just take a look at the details of have a closer look at the materials and so on. So as I was saying, it's a sort of what they call microfiber. I kind of call it more like a vinyl, but I think you know this sort of thing. It has these little reflective dots on it as well, which is either like or hate. It's really up to you. It doesn't. I mean, it's okay. I'm not all that fussed about them, but that's a minor thing. Now it has a relief channel there, which is a decent width, and if you need a relief channel, this could work quite well. I don't typically need a relief channel, but I didn't have any issue with it at all. Looking underneath, it has a cutout there, which is supposed to relieve pressure in the middle of the saddle, and it has the chromoly steel rails, which give very good strength to weight ratio. What you'll also notice is these little notches on the wings. Now this allows this saddle to flex really easily. So if we have a look at this saddle really flexes very easily, and not just on the wings, but right along the length of the saddle. It really does flex easily, and I think that's why this saddle worked so well for me. I really didn't have any issues with saddle discomfort on long runs, and that's really all you can look for from a saddle. In fact, now it's a very good multi-positional saddle. I found it very good sitting there. When I needed to sit in the nose, it was very supportive, and occasionally, once in a while, I came right to the back there, and I found it fine. Very good for climbing and so on. And the interesting thing about this saddle is there's one review by Bike Radar, and the tester gave it 2.5 out of 5 for overall. And he was saying that he got a lot of numbness while climbing. It wasn't a good saddle for climbing, he said. I beg to differ. I did do single runs of over 3,000 feet of climbing, and this was perfect. I didn't have any issues of numbness, and I found it excellent for climbing. So he was basically saying in the article that the edges of this relief channel were causing numbness, but I probably think he had the saddle maladjusted, because I didn't have any issues with that whatsoever. And other user reviews, buyer reviews that I've seen, some people claim that it's a bit on the firm side, and if we look at the padding, it's quite firm. It's not very thick padding. It's fairly high density padding, and it's quite it feels quite firm initially, but because the saddle has so much flex, it just absorbs all the road buzz quite easily, and I didn't find. As soon as I hit the road, I knew this saddle was going to be really quite good, because with a stiff saddle, quite often you can feel the vibration coming right through the saddle and into yourself, up your back, sort of thing. This totally absorbed all of that, and there wasn't. I didn't have any issues with vibration whatsoever, or road buzz, or road fatigue, whatever you want to call it. Now, I did subject the saddle of rides up to and over 100 kilometres, and I did subject it to the 100 kilometre rough road challenge, which is basically over 100 kilometres over the crappiest roads you'll find anywhere. And this saddle passed with flying colours. I did not get any saddle soreness whatsoever, and I didn't feel any discomfort at all. And a lot of user reviews did say that they found it very comfortable as well. So there's kind of like a split camp. There are people who don't like it and people who love it. And the people who don't like it, I suspect, don't have very many miles under their belt. They're maybe not used to bike saddles at all, and so they're probably a bit shocked by the firmness of the saddle initially. But if you've got a bit more experience and you know about riding bikes and different types of saddles, you'll quite often know that a firm saddle works better than a soft saddle. And we won't go into that here, because that's a discussion for another day. So in terms of score then, and comfort, I'm giving it the full marks, 5 out of 5. Appearance, I think it looks good. It's not exceptional. It's quite a nice saddle. It's not going to be offensive in any bike. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 for that. Value, at the £40 mark, I'd like to see it a little bit cheaper on the retail side, maybe about £30 for the basic one. So I'm giving it 4 out of 5. And in terms of the quality of manufacture, I think it's a very well made saddle. I'm giving it full marks. It's nicely finished at the back there. Some stapling going on around the edges, but nothing significant to worry about. So full marks in terms of manufacture at this price point. So 5 out of 5. So that's 18 out of 20 in total. And Do you have anything else to say about it? Not really. I think that's it. Very good saddle. Go on eBay, you'll find them for sale second hand, very cheap. And you know, sometimes you may have, if you want it at the lowest price, you can buy it. You may have to wait, you know, show a little bit of patience and hang on like I did. And you may be able to pick one up for maybe between £10 and £15. It's well worth trying out. As I say, for me, this is a keeper. I would be quite happy to use this saddle all the time. It's a nice saddle, nicely made, as I said, and you know, I'm very pleased to have obtained this for only £10 second hand. So that's it. That's the Bontrager Arvada saddle. Have a look at that, and thanks for watching. Thank you. Bye.